Hi guys. Normally I do my lives in the evening, but I've decided I'm going to go ahead and do it this morning. That way I have the evening free. I've got a lot of other stuff that I've got to get done. But I do want to do the live today so I can show you guys how to do these mushrooms and these little gnome houses. So these are the little mushrooms that we get from the Dollar Tree. They have 3 different colors for the tops. And then I had also got some of the little houses. I will show you those. That I will be making these into gnomes as well. And then I have one of these. It's just like one of those little gnome doors. It's flat. I'm going to put a magnet on the back so it can like stick to a refrigerator. I might have to do more than one because it is a little bit heavy. Hi, Kathy. So I think the first one that I'm going to do is this one here because I have a specific idea for it. And I just can't wait to show you guys. So with this one, I'm going to do a white beard. And I've already cut 12 beards. 6 white, 6 brown. Just so it'll go a little bit quicker. So with this one, I have these really cute buttons that are breast cancer awareness. And I thought that would go really good with this pink top and a white beard. Now I also have like a pink bow or even like a little pink heart. But I really want to use the cancer ribbons. So I'm going to go ahead. And then I also have my beads for my nose. They whip up so fast. I have a total of 18, but I'm probably not going to do all 18. Hi, Louise. Sorry I did not send you a message. It's been kind of crazy here this morning. But I did put a post on my page, hoping that everybody would see it. That I was going to be doing it at 9:30 this morning. But it's been crazy. My uncle that I had never met before has been visiting from Oklahoma. And my grandma is in the process of moving from Arizona to Wisconsin. So she's here, and my dad's taking her this morning. So it's just been crazy. I've had lots of family, and then I've got tons of stuff that I got to get done around here and errands. So I'm not used to doing it in the morning. I kind of look a little frazzled, but it's all good. We're gonna make it work. And I wanted to do this live because these turn out so cute, and I've had a lot of people ask me how to do them. They are so simple. Anybody can do them. And with the glue gun, I mean, my grandkids could do these, but they're afraid of getting burnt with the glue gun. So that would be the only thing. You know, I'm sure you could use E6000. That takes a little bit to dry. I really like the glue gun because it sets up right away. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing some. Before I do that, though, I do want to show you some embellishments that I bought off of Amazon. I ended up getting these little mushrooms. They're bigger than what I thought they would be, but they're really cute embellishments. And I mean, they have a little stick in there, so you can place them in like pieces of foam. Or if you bend it from side to side and just kind of wiggle, it pulls right out, and then you can just glue it wherever you want. So I got these, but then this one here, I'm probably going to use one on this one here. They have pastels. So I was thinking, how cute would it be to have a pink mushroom, or even a couple pink, because they have 2 different shades. But I got these because Easter's coming and those colors work amazing. And then also I have a couple of my grandbabies sitting on the other side of the table, so they're watching the live. So if you hear them talking to me or hear me talking to them. You know, I'm not talking to myself. I do have somebody else in the room here. So, what did you say, Sweets?
Maybe you could add some certain little Easter eggs, maybe.
Easter eggs would look cute with Easter coming. This one I'm gonna do that breast cancer awareness. So this one I'm just gonna do nice and simple. And then I'm gonna go ahead. And Louise, what? Oh, for the mushrooms, I will. I don't know how to share a link, but I will message you what I can after the live for both of those because they were separate purchases. So I will send you. I will message you all the information that I have. So, with the beards, I just used my regular template that I use all the time for the little ones. Now with these, it looks like it would be really long. But what I do is I'm going to fold that top edge down. That way when it goes up towards the hat, it kind of creates a little bit more fullness. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. That's so sweet. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue to fold down the top of this beard. Oh, and if you hear, normally I have the piano music playing. Well, Maddox is playing his little game on his phone, and Joy is watching one of her shows. So, not my normal live, but I figured it's gonna work either way. Any time spent with the grandbabies is good. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this beard on here. Oh, Joy wants to come around and say hi to everybody. To make sure the fur isn't cut. So what I did was, I cut the fur. Oh, Auntie Margaret says hi. Hi. And everyone else says hi. Louise says hi. They love doing these lives and everything. A lot of times it wears me out, so I just have them on the other side of the table right now, and they're just watching today. But with the beard, just so you have this nice edge, when you cut it, you just want to cut that backing. You don't want to cut all the way through all of that, otherwise you're going to get a rough edge. But as long as you do just that backing, you're going to get the nice fur there. And with this one, it was long, but that's okay because I wanted to be able to fold that top so it's a little bit more fluffy towards the top here, because it's not like I would be able to add like yarn to hide that. I mean, it would be really bulky. I wanted to keep all the flower details that I could on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this beard right where the door is, so you don't see that door. The back will just look like his body. Just a cute way to hide or doll up. And these would work really good on those tiered trays that everybody is so into making right now. So I'm just going to put some glue on that. More on top. There we go. And I'm going to place it right where that door is. Maddox, can you turn that down just a little bit more? Thank you, sweetheart. All right. And it does kind of still flow down that way, but I like that effect. And then I'm going to grab one of my beads so I can place his nose. And I just parted the fur a little bit. And then there's also a break, like where these petals are. So that is where I'm going to place my nose. It'll hide a little bit of the stuff that the fur did not cover. Okay. I will place that nose there. See, he's already looking super cute. Then I'm going to go ahead, since this is a button, I'm going to take my snips. As soon as there they are. I'm going to take my snips and cut that part of the button off. So I cut where the needle would go through. So that'll lay a little bit flatter. And if you wanted, you could add like a little bit of moss to go underneath it, to add a little bit of greenery. And it'll also help that button pop against that back, the pink flower. So I'm going to go ahead and just place some little bit of green here. This is just that Spanish moss from Dollar Tree. So then I'm placing that there because with the petals being pink and the button being pink, if I just place it on there, you can still see it, but if I place it over here with this, it does kind of break it up just a little bit and gives just that little itty bitty detail. What, sweetie?
Today are we going to have the special thing?
What special thing?
The family review.
Oh, I'm not sure, sweetie. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and place that button on there. So that looks good just the way it is. But I also want to add these little mushrooms just because they're new and I want to be able to add a little bit. I might even add a little heart just to, I don't know, just to add a little bit. You can make them as intricate or as simple, however you want. Sometimes less is more, but I really like to add details. So you'll find that a lot of times I will just keep piling and piling. Oh, Louise, thank you. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to add these down towards the bottom as well. A ribbon on the beard, that would work too. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one. so cute.
And, we should add this to this.
I could add those to that. Alright, so there's this one. I mean, I do have more ribbons. Or even, you could add a bow. Like a little, you could always put like a bow tie. There's no wrong way of doing it. They all turn out so cute and they all have their own little personalities. This one I'm going to go ahead and call it done. Leave it a little bit simple. So I'm going to set him aside. I think the next one I'm going to do is one of the terracotta ones. And so this one here, I've kind of had my, well, this one, Joy, I'm going to do with that turtle, remember? So this one I have a good plan.
On the turtle shell.
Now we'll see. Alright, so this one, I'm going to go ahead and use a brown beard. Well, I could do a white one because I'm going to put a white shell on it. That would always tie in the white. What do you think? Should I do a white or a brown beard? The embellishments is going to be a little wooden turtle that I get from Dollar Tree, a shell, and a little bit of greenery that will kind of resemble like seaweed.
I think I would pick the white.
So this here is what I decorated, and I got them at the Dollar Tree. It's just a little gnome house. They have all different kinds. There's one that I want to do. It seems like a little bit challenging because it doesn't have like a lip to put that fur up against, and that is this one here. It's a little pine cone, but I'm accepting that challenge, and I'm going to do a pine cone one today just to see how it's going to look.
And this one too.
But all of these bases I got at the Dollar Tree.
And
okay, so I will go ahead and do the white. Go ahead and sit down. And I did not paint or embellish any of these. Same with this. It came this way. It looks kind of roughed up. I just leave them the way they come. But you're more than welcome to paint it if it's not the color you want. And it will turn out amazing however you work with it. So again, I'm going to fold down this edge on that beard. And that's just going to fluff it up a little bit. In almost all of the embellishments that I'm using, except for the buttons, I got at Dollar Tree. So I got this little moss at the Dollar Tree. This shell was from Potpourri, and it was at the Dollar Tree. I just grabbed a couple bags. These little wooden embellishments, they have like several different kinds. They have like whales. Now, when I took some of them out, a lot of them have like the same light brown on both sides. But when I ended up getting the whales, one side is dark, and it feels kind of tacky. You can feel that. Do you feel how weird that is? And then this one came the same way. But all of the other ones, so it must have just been a mishap at the factory when those were being made. They have all different kinds, but I got those at the Dollar Tree as well. I have a big string on my glue gun. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and doll up this little mushroom. They're so simple, and they make great gifts, and they fit on those tiered trays. It's just really cute. Oh, and the ones that I drew names, and I mailed out all of your goodies. It said that it should get to you guys by Monday. So you'll have to let me know what you think when you get your mail. Oh, Louise, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So, there's the beard. And a lot of times I just use like a little comb to brush it. You don't have to. Sometimes I like it just to look nice and rough, you know. And I play around with the beards quite a bit. But you find that center and you create like a little pocket to put your nose in. So then you're going to take your bead for your nose, add that glue,
and put it right
where you created, right where you created that space. Now be careful because you almost knocked the camera over.
Is this real?
Alright, so there's his nose. And he would look great just like that. You wouldn't even have to add embellishments if you didn't want to. I always tell people, use what you have around the house. You don't have to go out and purchase, tons of stuff. And if you didn't have one of these, you could even use a styrofoam cone and just cut it down. Or you could even make it out of aluminum foil. I had made a turtle. And I had also done a little class here in town on how to make things out of aluminum foil. So anything works. Just whatever you have lying around the house or in your craft room, anything works.
You're teaching me how to make a turtle out of a little foil thingy. You're making
all right, so then I'm going to add that moss on there. So the bees, I have a mixture. By the way, hi Robin. Oh, and is it Kriya? That is beautiful. Thank you all for watching too. But the beads, I've gotten some from Amazon, and I've also gotten a thing of mixed beads of different colors from Walmart. We had gone to Spook Cave on our way to Wisconsin, and they had slingshot ammo, and I've used that. Pretty much anything works.
They carve.
But with mine, it's just a mixture. So I can't really tell you exactly where each, like where this one came from. It could be ammo, or it could be one from Amazon. Because I just separated them with size once I got them. So all the small ones, this one here is just all leftovers, and so I've been using that. But I also have medium size and bigger ones in different jars. And these jars, I got them from the Dollar Tree as well.
Yeah. They also have stones at Spook Cave.
They do have stones.
Are they all in different shapes?
Mm-hmm.
Like hearts and stars and stuff?
They are. Alright, you've been there. You know what they got.
Yeah, but all I saw were the heart ones.
I think Uncle would love this one as well.
Who's Uncle?
Uncle Richard.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm placing the shell on there. Robin, what part of Wisconsin do you live in? I have family in La Crosse and the surrounding area. Westby, Viroqua. I want to say there's some family in Shawano. I love it there. It's once I cross the bridge into Prairie du Chien, it's almost like the air is a little bit better. I grew up most of the time in Wisconsin, and so I have a lot of good memories there. Alright. So I'm just gonna add some glue where I think it's gonna need a little bit more tack so that turtle don't soften. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. And do you have like any? Is it like a big town or a little one? Do you have any like sites and stuff? It sounds awesome. All right, so here's this one. But I don't even think they take 5 minutes to put together. They're so quick. The only reason why so much time's passed is because I'm talking. But they turn out really cute. Hi, Kathy. All right, so Maddox, can you turn that down just a little bit more? That one is the screaming one.
Maddox keeps turning it up. No.
Yeah, well, he's probably having a hard time hearing it because Nana's telling him to turn it down. So, if it starts getting too loud, I'll just tell you to turn it down. You're all right.
But I turned it down, but it still goes up.
It's okay. Sometimes it happens. It's all good. It works. All right. So, this is going to be the next one I work on. Okay, so I've heard of Madison, so I'll have to look it up. I know sometime this summer I want to make a trip since Grandma's moving back to Wisconsin. So I want to make a trip to go visit when we have time. Alright, so we're going to fold this flap down again. Okay. And then I'm going to glue the beard right underneath the lip of the roof. Oh, this one's going to be really cute. Hi, Teresa. Okay, so see him so far? He's going to be adorable. Now, this is one of the beads from Walmart. I'm going to grab a few and show you. They had like different shapes, different sizes. All of them will work. Like if I wanted to do a square, it would still work. So any of them, a lot of times these ones here that kind of look like little beehives, I use those as hands. And with the hole in the bead, you can make them hold stuff. But whenever I use a bead that has the holes in it, I put the holes on the outside just because I'm a little weird that way. It kind of makes me think like it's his nostrils. Okay, so the one I just finished was the turtle one. And that was out that terracotta mushroom. This here is that breast cancer awareness one. You could put wood filler in the hole. I just think it adds a cute little detail to where it looks like his nose. And if I wanted to, I could put a little bit of fur through there so it looked like he has a mustache. The possibilities are endless. It's however you want your craft to be. There's no wrong way of doing it. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my other beads. I very seldom use the beads that I got from Walmart for the noses because I use those a lot for the hands. Yes, this one here, when I saw it, I said, that roof looks like a gnome hat. And I bought all of the ones they had. So, doesn't he just looks so cute. And really, he doesn't need anything on the top if you didn't want to add anything.
But if you do want to add something, you can add some flowers.
But you know me, I always have to put my little spin on it or a little embellishment. So I have it in here.
You could probably use this.
I probably could, yeah.
And maybe for the green,
alright, so
these balloons.
I bought some of them a while back, but my daughter had to go to Dollar Tree last night, and I ended up buying more. So, our Dollar Tree still has them. So, I do like the bow. Are you slurping? Oh, Auntie, right now, I don't really have a craft room. My house is kind of a shambles because when Danny and the kids moved in, I had to make room. So upstairs is where the craft room was. And a lot of the stuff ended up in closets and furniture and all that. So I have overflow. So my house is not the best right now because it has lots of people and lots of two households belongings in it. So, but right now I just have my dining room. I don't have a dining room table in here. I just have a half circle. And then I have shelves underneath the table and a couple on top. And then I have my printer over here and a TV in my bay window. But yeah, it's a little shambles, but it works for me. Yes, you may.
I can't get up.
Joy, you need to settle down. Alright. So with this one, I thought a little pine cone would work for the embellishment. He doesn't really need a whole lot. I love how that hat looks. So there's that. And Auntie, I cannot wait to have you come visit. It's going to be so nice. It's been a while since I've seen ya.
Who?
Aunt Margaret. You haven't met her yet. But you're going to love it. It's going to be so much fun.
When is she coming?
I think it's July, isn't it, that you were thinking of visiting?
It's August.
No, it's April right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I said.
So maybe 3 months from now.
Oh.
No, we're gonna knock stuff over. Oh, my porch is so amazing to sit on. Honey, I can't help you with the TV because I'm doing my live. The remote is on my nightstand.
Yeah, but oh, is there only one?
Yep, there's only one. All right, so I've got these done. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that flat one. So this one here, just to kind of show you how this one would work for me. So I ended up getting these little magnets. They were at the Dollar Tree as well. I'm probably going to end up putting 3 or 4 of them on the back because with the weight of this, I don't think one would hold it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that strip of glue on the back, and then I'm just going to put maybe 4 of them on there. And then that should sit on my fridge. If not, I can always add more. All right. So, this one, I cut a smaller beard. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to turn over that little edge. Auntie, when you come, I'm asking for some time off. That way, I'm guaranteed some time. Because right now, we are very short-handed. And I wouldn't be guaranteed any time off if I don't ask for it. Because we are like 1.5 people down. Alright, so... Oops, I almost knocked over my glue gun. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that under that roof there. Create a spot for the nose. He's looking cute. Now, I probably could have made it longer, but I plan on doing some embellishments down here. So I figured it'll work either way. So I'm going to bend this a couple ways, give it a wiggle, and then that piece of wire comes right out. Awesome. Thank you, Auntie. Okay, so I'm going to add more of these little red mushrooms down at the bottom here.
Because it matches.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe
It'll go
some
really good.
dark pink too.
You think I should add some colorful ones? Maybe instead of
One
pink,
dark
I could
pink.
do a different, like maybe a blue.
Orange.
Is there an orange?
Yeah.
An orange would be good. Or even a green one. I'm going to put several at the bottom.
We're probably going to do these ones.
You guys are such good helpers, I tell ya.
So we can add those ones.
Add these ones? Alright.
Because those ones will look real cute.
I just bend it and then wiggle it around and it
Twist
pulls right
it,
out.
and then you can pull it.
Yep. Comes right out of there.
And you can buy these little glasses things, and then you can take these thingies off and make them as eyebrows.
That's for a whole different craft.
Cause that's what I did with one of my gnomes.
Auntie, those earrings you had sent me, I have them in the bedroom. I even wore them to work. I had a lot of compliments on those.
Ooh. And are you gonna be wearing the bear ones? The soft ones?
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Huh?
Can you go get those earrings, the gnome earrings, out of my bedroom? You know where they're at? They're right next to the TV?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Joy's going to go grab those. I'm going to show them. Okay, so she wanted me to add a little bit more mushrooms. You can never have too many mushrooms with.
Yum.
All right. Aren't these adorable? My auntie made them. They are so sweet. And they work really well. I'll put them in. I actually wore them to work though, and everybody commented on them. They're not too long. It kind of depends on what I'm wearing at the time. But I think I'm probably gonna hang them in my car, just because my ears are really sensitive and they are a little bit heavier for my ears, but super cute. I love them. All right. So go ahead and have a seat over there. Thank you for grabbing those for me. All right. So then I ended up getting some picks and flowers and stuff from Walmart. And it had this here, like tons of them. And I've been picking little pieces off. And they work really cute just for a little embellishment. So I'm going to go ahead, add some to his hat.
Nana, do you want these sticks?
No, thank you, sweetie. All right, so this one's just about done too. All right, I might lower the TV for your show too, because they do a lot of screaming on there too. All right, so he just has a little hint of greenery and stuff on there. There we go. But either way, it's so cute. He doesn't need a whole lot of embellishments. We also have these little leaf, I want to say they're kind of like a button accessory. I get them at Walmart. Let's see, I have pine cones and greenery like this. What else? Oh, I ended up getting some like this, and I used it to make carrots. So I use that for the carrot tops. Auntie, that sounds great. All right. I have the the other thing hanging in my car that you had given me last time I had seen you when we went to Oklahoma. It was kind of like a sun catcher and stuff, and it leaves really cute designs in my car. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Well, you know me with bows. I'm going to add this bow to the gnome. Okay, 1 second, sweetie. Yeah, I like how that looks. Oh, Auntie, some people are wanting to buy some. They're really cute. And I love how that dangles for his beard and that the heart is inside there. They are so cute.
How does she make them?
She beads them. She has a needle and little itty bitty beads. She's really good. I'll show you some of her lives. Because she does lives on beading as well. Okay, so there's that one. Kind of has some wild hair. I like that I'm able to play around and make the fur as wild or as tame as I want it. So he's pretty cute. And all of this stuff, I've been trying to get quite a bit because in May, the farmer's market starts. So I plan on doing Saturdays at the market. So I need to make sure I have enough for my table. Because right now I have tons of Christmas stuff, but I don't want to put Christmas stuff on there.
I have the orange witch.
They whip up so cute. And you can add anything to them or leave them all plain. The pen wrapped one, I have that in my lab coat. I use it at work all the time. Do you know where my lab coat is in there? It's laying on the chairs. Can you grab the blue pen with the gnome beaded wrap on there?
I saw it down there.
No, that one says crochet. The other one is a gnome one that Auntie made. So this is one that I had gotten from my auntie last time because I crochet as well. Aren't they cute? I love them. They're so comfortable to use too. Are you finding it? It's in my front pocket. It's a blue pen. Yep. You want to come here for a minute? What I'll do is I'll let you run the live real quick while I you gotta calm down now. You gotta calm down. Alright, so I'm gonna have you sit here and you can talk to them, and I'm gonna go grab that pen, okay? I'll be right back. Oh, go ahead and have a seat there, babe. I'm gonna grab that.
Hi.
Alright.
Oh.
I'm back. That was quick, right?
Let me go to the bathroom. I'm going to go to the bathroom upstairs.
Okay. So this is that other one.
I'll be right back.
I use it at work. It's my favorite. She just loves visiting with you guys. If I would allow it, she would love to just come on my page and just play around, and she gets a little wild sometimes, but I have to try to tame her down every once in a while. Oh, I love all of my stuff that you've made for me. They're so amazing. And I have a lot of people that say, oh my gosh, where did you get that? That is amazing. That is so cute. I'm like, yeah, my auntie made it. I love it. All right, so I also got some of these. Yeah, she's the one where you would think that she would be so outgoing, and I mean, when she's home with us or on a phone, she's really wild and crazy. But in person, when somebody comes, she's all shy and quiet. So, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to love visiting with her because she's got so much energy. Nope, in person, if she doesn't know you, she's really quiet for a while and doesn't say anything. And then once she gets out of her shell or sees you for a little while, then she'll open up a little bit. Or as long as some of the other kids are there, that helps too. And that's with all of the kids. Maddox is the same way. And Echo. Echo will be 12, and she's that way as well. She just she's quiet.
I'm really cold, okay?
Gonna use your blanket?
Yeah, my blanket.
All right. So with all of them, it's the same technique. You just fold down that beard so it creates a little more fullness, and then you put that beard over that doorway, and then the back side just looks like the body. Now with this one, I thought, well, that's a challenge because it has a window here. But I can put an embellishment there, and you won't even tell that that's a window. I'm going to do this one. No, maybe not. That one's too small. I like my gnomes to have bigger noses. Alright, so I'll add his nose.
Can we turn it up one more time?
As long as it doesn't scream. If it starts screaming, I will turn it back down, okay? There we go. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit more glue right at the top of the nose so it'll stay in place. There we go. Still a little quiet, isn't it? There you go. There we go. Then I end up getting these at Walmart over by the succulent plants. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery.
How did you take them off? It keeps coming off.
Then I'll lay him flat in order to do his decorating. Just put some glue there.
Why don't they smell like real flowers?
They're fake. Nana's allergic, so it's better to have the fake. Otherwise, I'd have some issues. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, put that little embellishment there. You can't even tell that there's a window. And then if you wanted, you could also have some coming out of the chimney. or even on the side of the chimney to tie it in. I think I'm going to do that right there.
Ah, that tickles. Yeah, that tickles.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so there's that one.
These ones smell disgusting.
Now I think I'm going to try to do the pine cone. This is the one that I have been kind of worried about, because I don't know how it's going to look.
These feel so good.
But I should have more confidence, because normally it works out no matter what.
Can I keep the door one? It looks pretty.
We'll probably hang it on the fridge for a little while, and then it'll probably go in my sale. Oh, cotton would be really cute coming out of that chimney. That would be adorable.
This doesn't want to come off.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down.
I'm helping you with these so you don't have to do any work to get it off.
I'm just going to place it right above the door.
Yeah, brown beard. And you can probably use a bell for a nose. Because you can buy the bell thingies at Dollar Tree or Walmart or whatever. And then you can use
Oh, if you hit mad faces, it's okay.
You know.
I think every emoji needs some kind of perkiness. If anything, we'll just say turn that frown upside down.
For the nose?
We could use a bell for a nose, but on these I think it would be way too big. Okay? So I'll save that for another time.
Okay. Or can I make it with one of mine?
We'll save that nose for you for another time. That'd be fine. Oh, and in my beads, I wanted to show you some of them come with a malfunction. So there's like a divot. It's not all the way around. Honey, don't reach over the camera, please. I don't want you knocking over the phone, okay? So this one has a little malfunction, but it's going to work in my favor, because where it's flattened, I'm going to go ahead and put that towards there, and we're not even going to notice that it was flat on one side. It actually kind of works to our favor. Alright, so go ahead and put this here. Oh, he is looking pretty cute.
These are cute.
Mm-hmm. I am going to turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so maybe if I pull some of these off, it'll be a little better. After this one, I'll do one more of the
You're making all
terracotta
of these?
ones. At some point, I'm going to do all of them, but I'm not going to do all of them in this live. Just because there's so many. So many.
How many more are you going to do?
Probably one more.
Can you do
that way.
B one for Mommy? Can you make it right now?
No, I'm going to do one of these next.
Use the snake one. Use this one. It looks like snake.
Alright. So I also have these little buttons. And I just put a little bit of greenery behind there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this button next to that greenery. And I think he will be good. He doesn't need tons and tons. He's super cute though. he did turn out better than what I thought he would. Although where I did fold down that at the top, it wants to stand up, but I think that adds character to him. See how his beard looks fluffy at the top?
Mm-hmm.
That's because I folded that down. All right. He looks so cute. They're so quick to make. It does not even 5 minutes each one.
Like
The only reason why my live is longer is because I'm
3
talking.
minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all.
It takes
And it
about
doesn't
3
take long to cut out the beard. So just whatever. I think I might do another one with a white beard maybe. I like the fact that I cut the beards in advance because that is making this go a little bit quicker.
This is so tiny.
Alright.
Can't see anything.
Okay, then I will... So for this craft, the little mushrooms and the little houses, I normally sell them for $5.
Because they're really little.
They're small. The mushroom was only $1, and then the embellishments and the beard, there's not much in that as well. So I normally do supplies times 2, and then I just add a little bit for my time. So yeah, so for one of these I charge $5. They're a big seller, so that's why I bought so many this time. I sold out last summer because they're so popular.
Just take the blanket back from him.
Okay, so with this one I'm going to put a little bit of that moss on that hat. And I find myself always decorating his right side. There's no wrong way of doing it. You can decorate the left side. It's just something that I gravitate towards, is that right side. Okay.
What's 5 plus 5? 55.
Oh, he's looking cute. Okay, so I kind of had an idea on this one. And I'm kind of liking how it's looking so far. So I put that moss on there. And then some flowers.
Maddox, can you
And
put that down?
here we go. That way it kind of looks like he's got a nest in his hat. There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna tear it on the
All right. You gotta quiet down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all the ones that I have done. I'm not going to work on any more of them because I do have some running stuff that I got to do after a while. But I am going to show you all of the ones that I had done today. And I mean, I've got several more. This one, Joy was wanting me to do this one, but I'm going to save it because I want to look and see what all embellishments I've got. And with this flower being off to the side, I don't know. I'm going to do some more thinking on this one.
That's pretty.
But I will go ahead and show all of the ones. And I'll take a picture of these as well and post them on my page. They all look really cute. And this one has that magnet on the back. I'll post a picture of it on the fridge. This is the one that I was worried about because it didn't have that lip to put the beard underneath it. But it still worked out good. With me folding that top, it kind of looks like it was meant to be there. This one I think is one of my favorites though, because I like the roof of this little hat, or the house. And you can doll them up a lot more, or make them plain. But I do know all of these will sell at my craft at that farmer's market. And I do have one more pink one that I'll do another cancer ribbon. No, I have one more button, so I'll use it for the breast cancer awareness. And I want to thank all of you guys for watching and talking with me and helping me with my craft. I have Thursday off, but I don't think I'll be able to go live that day. I want to say there is something going on. All my days run together with as busy as we are at work and all that. But I will definitely keep you posted when I will do the next live. I'm going to try to just move these around so some of them are in the shot. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, you get a piece of all of them in that picture there. But very easy. If you guys do these, show me pictures. Send me a picture of the ones that you had done and what supplies you use to embellish them with, or anything, any ideas that you've done. Go ahead and message me. I do sometimes take a little bit in order to get back to you because I do work, but I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message. I'll get back to you. And then make sure to do that. I really do appreciate all of you guys. I never thought that I would reach that 1,000 mark, but it really does make me feel good that you guys are here with me and watching the craft and helping me with it. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you later, and I will post when I do my next live. And you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.